Let's hear it. Let's do it. Say it loud, say it proud. For Star Wars RebelForce Radio, welcome to RebelForce Radio's second annual Disney Star Wars Weekends meetup. That's right, we're here. We got Big Steve with us.
What's up?
Yes, for Geek Out Loud, we got Trisha Barr here. Stand up, Trisha. What are you doing sitting on the job? Trisha Barr's here. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
People don't like you to throw Little Debbie.
We are throwing, where's the Little Debbie? People do not like, Steve's been throwing the Little Debbie out. Who got clocked with the Little Debbie? Tasty peanut butter pie. My son Michael's here.
By the way, Richard and Sarah say hi from Skywalking to Neverland.
Richard and Sarah say hi from Skywalking to Neverland. Kevin's here. We met Kevin at the hotel the other day. It's so good. A lot of familiar faces out there. Hey now, Scott Motley's here. Scott's a friend of ours who gives us a lot of help on Facebook. Did you guys just come out of the Rebels panel? Yeah? That's pretty cool, huh? Taylor Gray was up there with James Arnold Taylor, and it was amazing. What a nice guy he is. Me and Steve, we came from backstage where we actually got to sit down with Taylor and Ashley, Ray Park. He did a spin kick right to my face, and it's not bruising, is it?
No.
And of course we also talked to, who am I leaving out?
Jack.
James Arnold Taylor, of course.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Ray Park trying to kick me in the stomach and his foot got stuck in my belly button.
It's like a cloud cake. Hey, does anyone still have a cloud cake from last year? We'll take those back.
And if so, no, we won't. I don't need that kind of pressure again.
Where's your towel? Your sweat towel?
I do have my sweat towel right here.
There it is.
Woo! In this Orlando heat. Over the years coming out here for Star Wars Celebration and everything, I'm known as a sweat hog, as you can obviously tell. Coming from Chicago, I have ice in my veins, and so when I come out here, it melts, and I get very, it just comes flowing out of me. So this is a sweat towel. Thank you, Luann Vanderbilt here. She's a big fan of the sweat towel. Here you go, sweat towel. Hit her right in the head.
Where are you, Elvis? What are you, Elvis?
She put it down her shirt. That's good. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to throw that at you like that. But that's just the unpredictability of RebelForce Radio.
You gotta sign that later.
Oh, I'll sign it.
Privately. Okay.
So who wants to
I
come
thought
up?
this was a family-friendly gathering. We're at Disney for crying out loud.
So, Trisha, why don't you come over here? Come over here.
Get over here.
The lovely Trisha Barr, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So, Trisha, you were here a few weekends ago signing copies of your book, Ultimate Star Wars.
I was, and I had moments. I was just kids coming up, families, everybody. It was so amazing to be VIP one time having the dream come true at Disney.
She deserves it too. Have you guys read the book? It's an incredible book. I mean, I don't know how I'd find the time to read the whole thing. It's like that thick.
You haven't read
And the font is like that small. I'm there with a magnifying glass. I'm checking it out. I don't have the good eyesight anymore, but whatever. But it's a great book. Congratulations. You, Adam Bray, writer, and Dan Wallace.
Yes.
Right? So that's an all-star.
I know a quarter about Star Wars. And we all know a quarter about Star Wars. And you put us all together, and we know a whole thing about Star Wars.
So it's 100% then. Perfect. Well, that's great. And are you still signing copies of the book this weekend?
If people would like it signed, I can sign it here today, or if you want to meet up with me here in the evening, I will sign it for you. And also, you can just email me. I'll send you a book plate, so anybody can get it from me.
Oh, that's great. Trisha Barr.
Yes.
A book plate. Don't you know what a book plate is?
Plate is.
It has nothing to do with
I was thinking, all right, what does that have on the book plate? Food? We got some bacon, eggs.
We put our signatures on, and you can eat them or stick them in your book.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Book plate 101.
I've never heard that term before.
Well, Trisha, it's great to see you, and a big round of applause for Trisha. Awesome. You know what? I want to talk to Kevin here for a second. Kevin stopped us yesterday at the hotel. He was stalking us. No.
Yes,
Actually, Kevin was walking around in Star Wars swim trunks. and it caught my wife's attention, oddly enough. And so she
stuck it in
started
your
yelling at you, right?
Yes. Yes. I love your shorts. I love your shorts.
From across the pool. I walk around in Star Wars stuff around the house all the time with it.
I spotted your tattoo from the other side of the pool.
Oh, the Wolfpack tattoo, there it is.
Yeah.
I got this tattoo here in Orlando.
We saw
as a
that
matter of
live
fact.
too. Yeah.
So yeah, we got that at Celebration 6. And as a matter of fact, Mark Draven, the tattoo artist who gave me this tattoo, was here today. We ran into him just recently. He's a great guy. So the reason I wanted to talk to Kevin real quick is because, believe it or not, we're going to go with the short story here, okay, Kevin? But Kevin actually is part of Star Wars canon in a wild, wacky way. Why don't you tell us?
I used to work for a company called Decipher that made the Star Wars collectible card game. Maybe some of you might remember that. And to award some of the people that worked very hard on the game, Decipher was given license by Lucasfilm at the time to basically name some of these unnamed characters and aliens in Jabba's palace, and they would do it as an anagram. And one of the guards in Jabba's palace, the guy that lost his gun to Luke when Luke tried to shoot Jabba, and he was also the first one into the Sarlacc pit. Velkin Tazeri is my name in an anagram. So a lot of people got their names kind of hidden in Star Wars.
There you go. So Kevin, so what's your last name?
Reitzel, Kevin Reitzel.
So you turn it around and it makes...
Yeah, Velkin Tazeri, Kevin Reitzel together.
So he's the first guy to fall into the Sarlacc
Yes.
pit. And
That's the guy that Luke force pulled his gun from that caused Luke to go into the rainforest.
And Randy Martinez did a custom picture, or custom artist job on the Star Wars #1 for me with Velkin Tazeri.
oh, well, big round of applause. He's canon. Wow. One day we'll be canon, Steve. If you were a Star Wars character, like what would you be? This is one of our famous questions we've had. It's kind of our Yoda questionnaire.
I would be a Hutt.
Stop it. Hutt is not a job. Okay? It's I guess you would be a Hutt who does what?
I'd be one of those Crown Lord bosses, from the Clone Wars, man. What you had your Godfather version, you had your casino version. Yes, I mean they did, man. All these guys.
Right, they did it.
I'd be like wicked, you nipple pinchy, you know that kind of.
Only on RebelForce Radio. And Geek Out Loud. So hey, Riley Bland, why don't you come up here? We have Riley and Bethany from the Star Wars Report there.
Yeah!
All right. Riley, we were out at dinner last night. How are you enjoying Star Wars Weekend?
It's amazing. I came to Disney for the first time last year. After much begrudging, Teresa Delgado of Fangirls Going Rogue, she convinced me to come on out, and this may or may not be like the 4th time I've been to Disney in the last year. So I'm a huge convert, and Star Wars Weekend is just an amazing experience.
So you're like an instant Disney junkie? Thanks to Teresa.
Hey man, I can't speak otherwise. It's the truth.
So who's looking forward to Frank Oz today? We should all go.
Oh yes.
Go get in line now.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Tricia was saying that it's rare that people have been getting turned away from that theater of the stars.
Yeah.
And that's a great location for these shows. It's outside, it's airy, it's cool, it's
As long as
nice.
the breeze is blowing, yeah.
As long as the breeze is blowing. And
That's
so-
probably the greatest, the most significant part of Star Wars Weekend, besides just the Disney experience, is just the sheer production value of these live shows.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, James Arnold Taylor produces a lot of the videos himself, and he does so with our friend J.C. Reifenberg, who you might have heard on RebelForce Radio. He's the guy who directed Hughes and Force. So they work together out in LA, and they put together these killer videos. There's a video I was talking about on the show recently. It's a kid playing in the backyard with a bunch of vintage Kinder action figures, and you might be able to see that video at some point this weekend. I think during James's Talking to Myself show, they're showing it. It's really good. It's worth checking out. It'll be on YouTube after these weekends are over. So what else is going on with you, Riley? What are you looking forward to the most in season 2 of Star Wars Rebels?
Oh man, and see here's the trick, is because I was one of the few who got to see the premiere.
Yeah.
And you guys are in for an amazing treat. Anybody like Darth Vader?
Yeah!
Okay, like 3, okay. You're gonna love the season premiere because it's, I was talking to Steve earlier, it's sort of like the animated version of seeing the team we all love from the Clone Wars, but they're tackling an era that we've all been pining for since we heard rumors of the live action series. we're seeing Jedi on the run, being hunted down by Darth Vader. And that's something that ever since I saw episode 3, I've wanted to see, and we're getting it in season 2, so I've got to say that's what I'm looking forward to.
For sure. And thanks for not throwing any spoilers out there, you know.
You got it. I think, and you said this, people are being really well behaved. I like it. You guys, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's going to be great.
And it's not that far away. I mean, you're talking next Saturday, basically.
Right.
June 20th.
So everyone's be quiet. Hey, does anyone think Kevin looks like JJ? But yeah, we didn't get a chance to see the season 2 premiere in Anaheim. Who here was in Anaheim a couple months ago? Yeah! Did you guys see the premiere? Yeah! Well, thanks for keeping the spoilers to yourself. But it looks really great, and then everyone will be relieved that they can finally talk about it after next week. So, I know what you go through. Every once in a while I get privy to things I'm not allowed to talk about too. It's hard to bite your tongue until you finally get that chance where you could open the floodgates. But that's what we're looking for too, is opening the floodgates and talking about season 2 a lot. We'll be doing it on RebelForce Radio. I'm sure you'll be doing it on Star Wars Report. And we hope you guys are all listening. So thank you very much, Frank. Thank you. Bethany, how come you're not on the show anymore?
There it is.
Have you retired from podcasting, Bethany?
Not
Bethany
quite.
Glenn? So, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
All right, how's everybody here?
Good weekend?
I am having a good weekend, yeah. Thanks to Teresa once again.
She's not even here.
Yeah, but she just kind of touches people and the magic flows. Everyone becomes Disney fans.
Okay, all right, that's good. So you're a big fan. You've been coming out here a lot with your brother too?
I have been, yes. I really love it here. I'm definitely a convert.
Yeah, awesome. Well, great. It's good to see you this weekend.
Good to see you too.
I'm going to talk to this guy right here, Fernando. He's always around. Whenever we have any sort of event going on in Florida, he's always there. He's a very loyal RFR listener. So, you having a good weekend?
Yeah, having a fun time this weekend. I've been doing it all 5 weeks so far.
So let's talk a little bit about The Force Awakens, right? Do you think we're going to see a trailer at San Diego Comic-Con?
It's possible now that they have a panel for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was just announced earlier this week that there's going to be a panel. And so a lot of people are thinking, oh, there's going to be another trailer. And that would give us 3 months of separation between Star Wars Celebration and a new trailer. So I think we're due. We're ready, right? We're ready.
Exactly.
What did you think about the trailer we saw a couple months ago?
Oh, fantastic. Like everybody was like nostalgic, people were crying. I was out of breath. I was like, oh my God, what did I see?
In Anaheim. So were you in the big room when it happened?
No, I wasn't there. I was in one of the other rooms. I was supposed to go to your room. I had your room, the behind the scenes stage, where they put me in the panel, but I got to see it though.
Oh, well, that's all that matters. There's a lot of energy in the whole building when all that went down. So it's a good time. So, like, if there's anything you're really looking forward to in the next Star Wars film, something that has been on your fan wish list forever, what would that be?
I wish it came out today.
Well, let's think within the context of the film itself. Within like the plot or a scene or something you've always wanted to see.
Maybe seeing the new Knight of the Jedi.
So you think there's going to be new Jedi?
Possibly. There's Force Awakens. You're probably seeing something from the light instead of the dark. It's always possible.
Here's a man that's seen both teasers.
Yes, and listen very closely too. Cool. Well, man, thanks a lot for coming out. We appreciate your support. You too. Scott, come here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Mobley. You always know his Facebook post because he always signs on with "Hey now." So everyone, 1, 2, 3, big "Hey now" for Scott. 1, 2, 3. Hey now! All right, there you go. I've always wanted to do that. That was fun. So, is this your first Star Wars weekend?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I just started today, but I'm having a blast.
Have you been on Star Tours yet?
I haven't. We're going there next, right?
We're going there right after
All
this,
of us
right?
are going, right?
Yeah! Woo! Shove our way in there, and we're gonna. You've never been on Star Tours before?
Oh yeah, I have, but it was never since they've revamped it.
Oh,
So I'm looking forward to it.
So do you find yourself nostalgic for the old Pee Wee Herman version? Yeah, that was a fun ride. I mean, it was great for its time. I remember I brought Swank to the last tour of Endor, and I looked over at him, and his eyes were closed shut. I'm like, you gotta open your eyes. I think he took little peeks, And then when we got off the ride, he's like, again. No. Let's have baby steps here, my friend. But yeah, I wish Jason was here. He really wishes he could be here too. But maybe next year we'll try to get Jason out. What you got to do is write show at RebelForceRadio.com and make him feel guilty. I can't do it all myself, you guys. You gotta put the screws to swing. So yeah, be sure to do that. But as Dave Filoni is fond of saying, cool things happen when Jason's not around.
So watch this.
You know, I just got a bunch of like mental images right there, and I'm really thankful that none of those came true. But so yeah, give Jason a hard time about it, because you know, the only reason I give him a hard time about it is because I like hanging with him. He's a lot of fun, and we always have a great time doing Star Wars things together. So make him feel guilty for it. But you haven't been on the new one, and it's got all these different planets. And what we have found is that there's one planet that always eludes us, and it's Coruscant for some reason. Do you guys have a planet that you never see every time you go on Star Tours?
Naboo.
For us, it's Coruscant. And my son Michael's here. I guess he got to actually finally see Coruscant. It was worth the wait. Yeah. Whatever. We waited 40 minutes. It was great. There's Wendy. There's my wife, Wendy. Everyone knows and loves Wendy. We used to do a show together called Snyder Remarks Radio. And are we ever going to do that again? Maybe someday. But you can hear Wendy every day, Monday through Friday, at WGNradio.com from 9 till noon Central. And she often talks about me and my Star Wars addiction, and living life in a Star Wars family comes up often on the show. And you know, at first I think your co-hosts and fellow broadcasters were a little weirded out by that, but now they just accept it as a fact of life, right? Star Wars is for everyone. What's that? They all embrace the wars. And also you can hear Rebel Force Radio on WGN Radio, or actually, what's the other one? WGN Digital? WGN Plus. That's it, WGNplus.com. Great plug. What's the website? But you guys got to understand, being from the Chicago area, you might have heard of WGN. Maybe you got WGN Channel 9 and watch Cubs games. But the radio station has been around for over 90 years. It's a very important part of the heritage of Chicago. I'm really proud to say that Wendy is holding down middays there. And Rebel Force Radio is actually being supported by WGN Radio, and we can be heard on WGN Plus. So that's very cool. Yes. So, how about you? The Force Awakens, just really, without even thinking about it, what's the first thing that pops in your mind? This is something that you're really looking forward to seeing in the film.
Well, I think like everybody, I mean, when you saw Han and Chewie going back on the Millennium Falcon and saying, Chewie, we're home. I mean, that was a glorious moment. I mean, we all love that. That was the best from the latest trailer for sure.
That's true. You know, it's cool to see Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon, but what's going to be even cooler is when he sits down in the cockpit. That's going to be good. Punch it, Chewie. Chewie, punch it, Chewie. You know, really, it's 30 years. It's 30 years later for all of us. So let's cast aside the.
You know, you all cried in celebration. You know, you all cried in celebration.
Yeah, we missed Steve at celebration, but we appreciate that you were covering it from afar and everything. So, well, this is great. Did everyone get Little Debbie? Yes. Well, you got to hand them out. We got to get those out there. Everyone, I'm starving. I got to have some. So we're going to lunch. I'm going to hang out and talk to all you guys, and then we're going to go hit Star Tours.
Okay.
They're not going to know what hit them when we get over there.